As America faces its meaning crisis, a lot of people are asking the question of what's going on, or really who is to blame for this lack of meaning. And many are calling out the materialist atheists like Richard Dawkins and Sam Harris. And there's no doubt that they have a lot to answer for. They've led millions of mostly young men astray into a vision of reality that's devoid of any transcendent meaning. And at first, their message seemed liberating. No God above. You make your own rules and create your own meaning. But now many of those who have been led astray by this message are waking up. And they're waking up to the reality that such a self-referential life is empty, soulless, and basically unlivable. The exhilaration of being out from under the scrutiny of an all-seeing eye has been replaced by the stark recognition that in such a world, nothing you do really matters. And before you know it, you'll be gone, and soon after that, no one will even know that you were ever here. And so the result is a crisis of meaning in our larger culture. But Peter tells us that the judgment begins in the house of God. So before Christians point the finger at the evangelists of atheism, we should take a hard look at ourselves. Could it be that our faith has become so shallow, so lukewarm, that our children and our neighbors no longer find it compelling? What would it look like for a person to believe that the world around them and everything in it was actually created by God the Father Almighty? How would someone's life pulsate with purpose if instead of thinking of the gospel as just a set of propositions to acknowledge, we were just blown away every day by the reality that God's own Son came into this very world. He lived here, He died, and rose again to break the power of sin and deliver us from the grip of death. And what if His Holy Spirit wasn't just a concept, but an empowering presence, enabling you to cry out, Abba, Father? In other words, what if this world, your life, and the life of everyone you meet is not a meaningless accident, but the special creation of God, full of wonder, meaning, and infinite purpose? Our culture has lost its way, and it's desperately trying to create meaning through a variety of isms and movements and ideologies, all of which just burn out as fast as they flare up. And so it's an opportunity for us as the church to unite around Christ our head and recover our purpose in Him and once more be the light of the world. Now, here are 3 questions that you can think about on your own or discuss with others who may be watching this video with you. You may want to pause after each question to give an opportunity to think or discuss it. Number 1, do you know anyone who is in a meaning crisis right now? They just don't know why they're living or what their purpose in this world could be. If so, how might you share the gospel with them in a way that would connect with their emptiness? Number 2, what role does each person in the Trinity, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, what role does each of them play in bringing meaning to your life? And thirdly, what do you see as the greater threat to the future of our society? Atheists or lukewarm Christians?